What's up, you guys? We're about to run Kodonur Crossroads on hard mode. I am running a Spirit Spammer. We have Jed on Searing Flames, more Searing Flames, Searing Flames. Norgu has an Aptitude. Gwen is on E-Surge. We got Ray of Judgment and then a battery. Alright, let's do this. So this team is made for speed. It doesn't have very much protection. Maybe I didn't really think about that before I left. Like I switched some things up. Maybe I should have added just a little bit more protection. You know, I have a few deaths in here, but that's okay. It's still a pretty quick run. I also suffer from some lag spikes, so I'm gonna apologize in advance for that. But whatever the case, it's a pretty solid run. Yeah, let's do this. So for this first part, we pretty much just sit and wait in this jail cell while you and some Centaur folk work out some troubles. Here he comes now. This guy's like according to the plot, like this guy's supposed to break you out, and then you're supposed to free his friends. But whatever. All I know is it takes forever. Yeah, see this group patrolling kind of to the south. You don't want to aggro them. It'll slow you down and you don't need to kill them. So flag your heroes up high so that this patrolling group doesn't get you. And yeah, and then you can take out this guard really quick. Grab the key and keep running. Yeah, for this group, I would just take everybody out at ASAP. Summon your spirits up in front. And then unlock this cell. You only have one key right now, so you can only unlock one of these cells. We'll get the second one at the end of the run, like towards like the second half. Yeah. So as soon as you're done with them, keep moving. I'm following this map that I have open, my mission map. I have a mod installed that adds a dotted line for me to follow, and it adds like these little warrior shields for all of the for all the taskmasters rather. So yeah, just go from the shield to shield, grab all the keys. Yeah, and call these priests, because the priests actually, like, with their zealous benediction, they will keep the group alive. So yeah, be sure to call out these priests to get them down first, and then run. Yeah, just take all the taskmasters. Yeah, and be sure, like, there's some parts in this where you could over aggro pretty easily, so just be sure to take groups one at a time. Be conscious on your map of where the patrols are and such. I mean, but that's just smart play. You know what I mean? Like, you should be doing that anyways. If you have any hard mode like common sense. Dang, I'm hungry. Sorry about these little hiccups in the video recorder. I don't have like the best computer in the world, and recording like 1080p is pretty intensive. I can only get like 10 frames a second, but I sped it up so the frame rate should be a little better. A little bit, not much. Yeah, so just continue forwards. Try to avoid as many groups as possible, you know, in these missions and stuff. Like, there's no need to go crazy. You don't need to kill everything. Ooh. Yeah, again, call out the priests. Try to get them down. They're just annoying, so yeah, just keep calling. And a good tactic is kind of like smash your spacebar, because sometimes I don't know like how the game engine works, like as far as hero calling goes, but I found that just like targeting somebody and just jamming your spacebar again and again, like that also sends the command to your heroes to attack this foe. Yeah, so grab that key. Keep moving. You're gonna go up and around across this bridge. And then the next taskmaster lies like right across. Sorry, I'm like really hungry. I'm having like some trouble focusing, like low blood sugar, you know. Yeah, this year I'm in college. I'm trying to really get my routine together. I'm a junior now. So I've been like working out every morning, you know. So it really takes its toll. I'm so hungry and tired and sleepy. I just want to take a nap. So probably after this, I'll get some food and then conk out. So yeah, just keep running along this path. Keep calling those priests. Actually, you know what? In retrospect, maybe I shouldn't have called the priests. You know, because then all your enemies, if they're targeting this priest, then the melee kind of comes in and like kills you. Because I know Norgu and Talcora both have some like melee shutdown, and if they're focused on like a caster, then they're not shutting down the melee. So maybe it's best to target the melee first. I don't know. I just don't know. Yeah, I just call the priest. Whatever works. Yeah, and again, I ran around the back here because normally this group like kind of like aggro's when you're taking out these elite taskmaster people up here, or the cruel taskmaster, whatever they're called. So yeah, just be strategic about it. Yeah, and call this particular boss because it's a monk and it has like the same skills as the priests. It takes a second for me to get this guy down. Damn, stupid shielding hands. It actually is like a pretty killer skill, you know, if you're focusing all your fire, like, because skimming like 20 health off the top of all the damage that you receive, that adds up if it's like small packets, especially with my spirits and stuff. Yeah, so I try not to aggro this whole group because I don't need to fight these guys really yet. So free that Centaur, and then the Taskmaster, the Cruel Taskmaster, actually lies like kind of hidden up in this corner up here to get the bonus, you know, along this dotted yellow line. So just head up this way. Take these guys out. Yeah, so I previously haven't run a Ray of Judgment build, kind of because I kind of like the way I do it. You know what I mean? Like maybe Ray of Judgment is like a little bit more effective than Searing Flames, but I've always just really liked Searing Flames because it's just like spammable damage. It really bothers me that there's so many builds that like lean so heavily on Ray of Judgment when only it's only castable once every 20 seconds, and that's really the deal breaker for me. So I really like having the... Actually, having Ray of Judgment along with Searing Flames is really cool because then you get the synergy, because the Ray of Judgment will light them on fire, which might help like prime the Searing Flames. If you don't know how Searing Flames works, basically you cast it once and it lights all the enemies in range on fire, and then any enemies in that range on fire will be struck for damage. So if they're already on fire, then they immediately take the damage instead of like the one cast to catch them already on fire. Yeah, whatever. I guess it's not that much synergy. Like there's always going to be pretty much at least one cast of Searing Flames before that the Ray Judgment is done, you know, because of the 2-second casting time. Yeah, so right here I tried to like run through, but the enemies just like caught me, you know, so I was just like whatever. And I just like turned around and fought them. You know, but it doesn't take long. You know, this group is really fast if you're doing it right. You know, like maybe I'm not doing it right. You know, I have almost 0 protection. Besides like it's a melee shutdown, which is like pretty much offensive. I don't have like I don't even have protective spirit, which is one of those like hard mode like biblical skills. Like it's like such like a pinnacle of like hard mode protective spirit. But whatever, I don't really need it, you know, like it's a waste of energy a lot of the time. Yeah, so these enemies just drop really fast, which is just so cool. This build, like this team build, does so much damage. I think it's like the mesmer power. It's really cool to have. Actually, I have like the best of like all worlds. You know, I'm like fleeing these photos right now. Anyways, I have yeah, I think I have like the best of all like the what are they called, like the PVX like meta builds. You know, I have a little bit of Ray of Judgment. And then I have two characters with Mesmer Illusion. I have Talcora and Norgu both doing like the Mesmer Illusion, which does like massive melee shutdown and armor ignoring damage. And then I have like E-Surge, and then the Searing Flames. The Searing Flames is like my personal touch. Like again, like I guess I said this earlier, but like I really like Searing Flames. I really like it. It's just like a classic, just like skill, and to see those little like Searing Flame pancakes, like the little pancakes spread out from the foes, it's really satisfying. And plus it does a ton of damage with Meteor. The Meteor, and the Meteor also has like the knockdown, which is really, really effective. When the enemies are dying in like less than 10 seconds a lot of the time, you know, having them knocked down for 2 of those seconds is really, really effective. It greatly lowers like the enemy's like mobility. Okay, so this is the part where you're gonna release the second Centaur from this area. Yeah, so up here is a little bit of a shit show, I have to say. I remember, see, I just ran this like 2 seconds ago, and then I'm recording the voiceover immediately afterwards. Because I can't do the voiceover if I want to speed it up, you know, 25%, then my voice would be like all chipmunky. So yeah, so this part, I think it's when you free the Centaur, another group spawns like behind me. So that's not good. So I'm like surrounded on all sides, and that's like a big no-no in hard mode. You never want to get like flanked, because positioning is actually extremely important. So I just like tried to bring my spirits over there to kind of intercept. But yeah, I actually don't have too much trouble. I get like 1 death, but deaths, like me, the way I view it is that deaths are not a bad thing. I've said this before in other videos, but I personally do not mind deaths at all. You know, as long as you have like Signet of Resurrection on like everybody, or Resurrection Signet, then like you're gonna like your guy's gonna pop up like almost immediately with 100% health, and in hard mode your death penalty ticks away really quickly. And having so much protection, you know, having your team casting protective skills like constantly, it really lowers their damage output. So even though like technically, you know, if all my party was alive like 100% of the time, like if I never got any deaths, like if I had a build, oh sorry, this is one of the lag spikes. Anyways, if I had a team that had enough defense to never ever have a death, you know, then I'd be sacrificing, you know, my offense, and ultimately offense is more important, at least for speed, you know what I mean? Like offense is more strategic, you know, and that's why I don't run 3 Ray of Judgment monks, you know. And I've seen like a lot of like the professional, or not professional, but like the super pro like Guild Wars players, they bring the 3 Ray of Judgments anywhere they go, like in hard mode, and I find them to be have too much utility, you know what I mean? Like having monks, and like the whole slot, like the whole ritualist spirit spammer with soul twisting, spamming the defensive spirits, that's extremely important in some hard mode areas, but for missions like this, that's a waste of a character slot. Like I don't need that. Even though like right here I have a few deaths, like I die at least, See, I pop right back up every single time. And, yeah. You get the point. Anyways, so this mission's just about over. It's really fun. I like this last part. I love like just facing huge mobs. Sweet. I'm gonna go grab some food. I'll see you later, guys.